Hey guys, Jamaican Queen Bee is in the house. How you guys doing? All right. So, I want to kind of touch on this whole cake label and who knew what when they knew it, and is somebody really out there creating fake labels and selling Miss Donna cake, and this whole shebang about this, cake and label, right? You guys already know what's going on with the whole thing that, um, Gracie knew about it, and why didn't Gracie pick up the phone and call Dana and tell Dana about it? And, that whole mix up and mixy, the usual, social media stuff. Nothing different, nothing new. But my 2 cents that I want to put on that, right? And I'm going to be straight up, and I'm going to be honest, and I'm going to be a straight shooter. I know a lot of you guys out there don't like when I come out and say certain things, especially when it concerns Miss Donna and when it concerns certain things, right? But as far as the cake label is concerned, if everybody that's on social media that have been following Donna now for the past 2 years, 3 years now since she came out, really big on social media through the charity program or whatever. Guys, you guys have got to be fair. And this is where I'm saying about people need to really stop being so biased and start really just be honest. Just be really honest no matter who it is. Be honest. Okay? Now, as much as I came out and I say what I have to say with Gracie, and I'm not taking nothing back what I say concerning her and the whole Kingston 13 matter. I'm not going to take that back at all, because everything that I said is the truth. Gracie do cause a lot of problem on social media. Gracie is very mixy, and Gracie have told a lot of lie on a lot of people on social media. Not just Gracie, but Gracie was the worst one. In my opinion, she was the worst one. And the reason why I know that is because whenever Gracie says she gone back in our church and she stay in our church for a little bit, social media tends at the time to kind of quiet down. I mean, you will still have, Lorraine out there doing what she's doing as far as charity is concerned or whatever. But Gracie was on everybody. She was on Dick, Tom, Harry, Jane, everybody. Gracie just picked Ashanti, everybody. She just picked somebody and she just go after them, and she just kept this whole, drama and all this mix up and everything on social media and keep going. But I have to be in all honesty. First of all, if everybody that been watching Donna program now for a couple of years, I think it was either last year or maybe the year before, I'm not quite sure, but I know for a fact I was on Donna Live that night when Donna was talking about, I don't remember what her topic was, but Donna, remember, you got to try and remember, Donna. I know sometimes you have a short memory, and you may not remember certain things. I don't know, or maybe just selective memory. I don't know what it is, but I know, and if everybody will be honest and truthful that was watching the live that night, Donna did come out at that time, and that was 2 years ago, and said that someone told her that someone in America was making fake labels and selling her cakes. And at the time, Donna, you didn't seem too upset about it. You kind of brush it off. You mention it on your live and said somebody brought it to your attention, and that was 2 years ago, that said someone was creating fake label and going around and selling selling cake as if it was your cake. And you even went on to say that's the reason why people is calling and complaining and saying the cake don't taste good, the cake don't taste good, and they want their money back. You relate it to the fact that someone was out there selling fake cakes and it wasn't your cake. So I don't understand if now that Gracie come out now in the old argument with her and Kingston 13, and Gracie come out and mention it again, saying that the person who was making those fake labels and who was selling your cake it was 13's boyfriend. And I know Gracie said that because she thought that would damage the relationship that maybe 13 is now trying to form with the Plankers and form with you. I'm sure she came out and said that because she was trying to stop 13 now from getting any kind of money or any kind of help or whatever the case may be from the Plankers, not knowing that that statement would have backfired on her. And the reason why it backfired on her, because whether maybe someone in Donna camp took it as a way of, I mean, it is cake season. Cake season is getting ready to come out. Donna is going to be baking her cake. Matter of fact, I think she started baking from this morning. So her cake is going to be coming out very, very soon, right? And someone in her camp probably took it as an opportunity to bring it out on social media because according to Donna, someone called her and told her about it. And of course, Donna came out and I watched that live when she's shocked. She's sitting in the car and saying, people wicked, oh God, people wicked. Oh, them I try to use my label. I'm making fake cake on a wicked so. And people who go buy it and them knows them wicked too. And she made a big thing about it. And I'm sitting there looking at Donna a little bit confused. Honestly, I was sitting there looking at her really confused like, huh? I mean, I thought you already knew about this like 2 years ago. So, like, what all the dramatics for? I didn't get that part. I was kind of confused. I'm not going to lie. I was kind of confused. And I'm watching her go through the whole dramatics and everything. And I'm thinking to myself, but Donna, that's something that you already knew about 2 years ago. And you kind of said what you said and you brushed it off and you kept it going. So, I mean, if that was such, if it was so serious to you at the time, why didn't you have someone investigate the whole situation? Why didn't you make a big stink about it then? Why didn't you go through everything you need to do to try to figure out what's going on and warn the people them to be careful of the cake they buy because some of it may be fraud? And if I remember correctly, I think you mentioned something like that people need to know that if tastes good or whatever the case may be, just to know that it might not be your cake because someone is out there. So I think you mentioned something like that. So the point I'm getting to is, I don't know what this big hoopla is all about right now. I don't know what this big controversy about this cake label is all about. I don't know why it's being made into a topic. Why is it made into a big fuss? Why is everyone coming at Gracie? And Gracie, I'm not feeling sorry for you because it backfired on you. You mentioned it because you thought it would destroy 13 by connecting her with the person with the cake label. And that's why you came out and you said it and it backfired on you. So I don't feel sorry for you because those are the things that you do all the time, right? And another thing also, I'm going to say in truth and in honesty. And this is truth and this is an honesty. I was on Gracie Live that night also. And Gracie, you say you're trying to find that video. For what I remember, I think it's a time when you had bought Donna Cake and you was doing the cake review on Donna Cake. I think that was the video that you mentioned about the person. Because you did mention it, Gracie. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to split justice. And I'm not going to sit here on the truth. And you guys know this is when I come out sometimes. When I see the truth and I know the truth, and regardless of who it is, I put my feelings aside and I will come out and I will say the truth. I was on that live, and Gracie, you say you're looking for the live and you can't remember which live it was. By my recollection, when I was watching, it was the live where you was doing a review of Donna's cake. I think you had bought one of her cake and you was doing a review on it. And you was telling the honest truth of how you said something about, it was one particular cake you said you didn't like that much. It wasn't really your favorite. And then you said the one that was your favorite. I think it was that same live you mentioned. You didn't call the person name. I don't remember you calling his name. I'm not sure, but I know you didn't mention something about someone who was that called you and told you that, they made fake label of Donna, and he was making and selling cakes with a fake label of Donna cake. And I think you laughed about it, Gracie. Honestly, it was not a lie when Kingston 13 said you laughed about it. I think you laughed about it on your platform, and you said you're not going to do that because the person was encouraging you to make your own cake and do the same thing, and you laugh it off and say you're not going to do that. What are all wicked? But I don't remember you actually say curse him out. I don't remember you cursing. I really don't. I remember you laughing, and I remember you saying something like, you're not going to do that, and the guy is all wicked. I think you call him all wicked, and that you wouldn't do that, right? But, and that's the honest truth. I did hear you say that. I was on that live. And Gracie, if it was the live that you were doing a review of her cake, I think it's that same live that you made that statement, if you're trying to find the video. But what I'm going to say to that is, at the time, Gracie, you were still, I think, riding and dying for Donna. You were riding. You were defending her. If anything come out that's not true, you was taking it up and you was riding and you was fighting for her. And, and the only thing that I would say, right, if you actually know the person that was doing it, right, because you keep saying now what the person name is. So that means you knew all along who was doing it, right? And you know how serious of a charge that is for somebody to be selling an imposter cake. That's what it is. It become like an imposter because he baked the cake himself and then he put somebody label on it, which is not unusual in the business world, believe it or not. That's why you have fake Pradas, you have fake Gucci, you have fake, So we know that's a normal thing that happens when it comes to business and in the business industry. It's nothing new. It's really nothing new. They all do it. They sell fake Nike shoes, fake Nike shirt, So, I mean, Donna Products is not going to be exempt from someone doing that. But the problem is, Gracie, if you knew the name of the person that was doing it, and there was a link there between Kingston 13 at the time, and it's a serious charge, and you was at least, somewhat, can't say friends, because y'all wasn't friends, but you claim you love Donna, and you was a ride or die person for Donna. I would think that you would pick up the phone because you do have her personal number. So I would think you would pick up the phone and call her and say, hey, Donna, I'm going to let you know this now. I know you heard something about, someone in America or wherever. Because Donna might have said America, but, Donna already. So anywhere past Jamaica is America for Donna. That's just the way I look at it. That's being real. Anywhere past Jamaica is America for Donna. So, but you could have picked up the phone and say, hey, Donna, so and so and so is making labels and baking cake and selling it as if it's your cake. I'm just giving you a heads up. You don't have to call my name because I don't want to be involved, but I'm just letting you know that that is what's happening. You could have picked up the phone and tell her. And I think that's what the plankers and a lot of them is having an issue with you for, because you knew it and you didn't tell Donna. You were saying, oh, since when me I send Donna no mix up video and me to say, nobody said to send a video. You could have took up the phone and say, hey, Donna, XYZ, I know who's doing it, be careful, warn your people them in England, because at this point, Gracie, you knew it was coming out of England. Warn your people them in England to be careful of the cake that they're buying, because it might be an imposter cake, because this person and that person is selling cake with her label. You could at least give her that heads up. And I think that's where you went wrong, Gracie. And that is what I think most of the plankers them and everybody's having an issue with, is to say, why did you not tell her at that particular time that you knew who it was? And the reason why you did not do that, Gracie, and I'm going to be honest and I'm going to be upfront as I've been throughout this whole recording. You did not do that because secretly you didn't care about that. You did not care whether or not the person wanted to be selling imposter cake. You did not care if her business went down. You did not care if anybody said the cake tastes nasty and they end up pinpointing it on her to say it's her cake. Gracie, you don't love anybody but yourself, and you're not loyal to anybody but yourself. And anything that you do and say, you always have some ulterior motive in it for yourself. And that is my honest opinion on that with you, Gracie. I'm nah, take it back. That's the reason why you didn't call her. And you would be the same person, I feel and I think, if you knew someone was selling her t-shirts, if you knew somebody was selling her slippers, if you knew anybody was selling anything for her and it was counterfeit, I feel, Gracie, you still will not tell her. Long as it could fall back on her negatively, deep down, you did not care. And that's why you didn't care enough to pick up the phone and call her. And you saying it publicly on your live, you're trying to use that as an excuse to say, hey, but I did tell her because I said it on my live. Didn't you guys go back and tell her? Why didn't you guys go back and tell her? No, they did not go back and tell her, Gracie, because that night when you said it, and I do hope you do find that video. I do hope you find it. And you will see within yourself and tell me when you listen to yourself if you were really angry about it, or you were really disgusted about it, or you kind of laughed it off and said what you said and you let it bypass. So it kind of flew over everybody's head, honestly. So for them to run back and tell her that, you did not give the message in a way for people to believe that it was something really serious and that it was really, really true that this person was doing it, because of the way you brought the message across as if it was a big joke. So it was still your responsibility, if you believed it at the time and knew who it was, to pick up that phone and call Donna. And that is my take on that. And that's all I have to say. And I don't care if anybody come out and say, oh, you're a hypocrite. I just the other night that they do this and the other night, I know you come out and you talk about mix it, and you mix it too, and you try to be mix it. Listen here, this have nothing to do with being mixy. I am here to split justice, and I'm here to tell the truth of how I see it. It is my opinion, and I have a right to my opinion. All right? All right. Anyway, guys, that's all I have to say on the matter. And, one last thing. So people, when you get Donna cake this year, don't forget, right? Because it could be also the underlying reason of why I say someone in her camp brought this now into the forefront to make it such a big deal about it. And I'm not saying Donna per se is behind it, because sometimes I think the people that works in her camp, and I'm not talking about the workers around her, I'm talking about the upper management and people in her camp, they also will look for ways to strategize, and they will use anything and use it to market it, or they'll use it in her benefit, which that's what they're supposed to do, because, they're her manager and they upper management, and they're supposed to be looking out for her welfare, right? Because she making money means they make money. So it could be somebody in her camp that decide to use this whole fake label thing as a way to excuse away in case anybody buy any cake and they don't like it, it don't taste good, they're not satisfied, they want their money back. They could probably use that to put doubt in people's head to say, well, people out there selling fake cake, it already came out that fake cake is out there with the label, so most likely that is not her cake that person received. I think it's a fake cake. So it's going to be excused away. Everybody's going to be confused. Everybody not gonna be suspicious like, okay, is this really Donna cake? Is this genuine? Cause label is going out there and we don't know if it's the real deal we're getting or not getting. And so therefore, if any cake don't taste good, anybody gets sick from the cake, they don't taste good, they're not satisfied, they want their money back, they could simply say, you did not get an original Donna cake because a lot of replica and imposter cakes is out there. Therefore, you cannot prove that this is Donna's cake. I'm not sure, but I feel that is also a possibility of why all this cake label stuff have come out. All right? So that's something for you guys to also think about. Anyway, wish everybody luck, wish everybody best, wish everybody have a successful cake season, and Queen Bee is out. See ya!